Welcome, everyone, to our prayer journey study of the book of Proverbs, a devotion for teenagers, young adults, and those restarting. Today, we're on devotion number 3. And in it, I'm going to start with Proverbs 1, verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Using my illustration from the first video we did, is that you really want a strategy guide for life. So on this particular verse, when you look at it, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, is that you have decided that God knows everything you're doing, and you decide that I am going to be afraid of God and walk in the path with God. Or you can decide to be a fool. And you can say, there is no God, and I'm going to not go with anything that he has to say about wisdom and instruction. Do that for a little period of time and tell me how well you do. You know, in our society today, when you do wrong, a lot of times they blame the guilt on somebody else. The thing is, you can blame somebody else, but you will find that you're a miserable person because it is abiding in you, the guilt that you know you did. And this is why God gives us the opportunity through the book of Proverbs to fear him and to make things right quickly by confessing our sin and getting right with him. I'm going to review a verse we had from the last devotion. My son, walk now, not thou in that way with them. Refrain from their path. Don't walk on the path. For their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they that lay wait for their own blood. So what are they doing? They're setting a trap for somebody else. But in the end, maybe that trap will work 1 or 2 times. It's a con man does that. You know, they work 1 or 2 times, but each time they're destroying themselves because God knows what they're doing. And what he says here, they are weighing and wait for their own blood. They are going to fall into their own trap. There are so many Proverbs and Psalms about that very thing, digging a trap for somebody else and you falling into it. So this is probably the most important fact in the Bible. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So seek God and don't fall on your face, but rather follow him and be blessed. I'm going to tell you, I'm over 70 years old. And I look back on my life, I had troubles until I really started straightening out when I was about 26 or 27. And I still had struggles. But each one of those struggles after, God was with me. And the fear of God became different with me. It became a pleasure to do what God would have me to do, rather than to be afraid of doing something wrong. You know, it is a good thing to conspire together to go and bless somebody else. That's really what Jesus did when he came. He became a servant to all. So until next time, may Jesus increase as we decrease.